Let's talk about how to decide if an event is actually worth your time before you say yes. Because one of the fastest ways people burn out in experiential marketing isn't from lack of opportunities, it's from saying yes too fast. Most people make decisions emotionally. They see the rate, they see the brand name, they feel excited or relieved, and they say yes. But later, they realize the day was longer than expected, the expectations were unclear, the energy was off, and suddenly the money doesn't feel worth it anymore. So let's slow this down. Not every event deserves your time, your energy, or your presence, even if it pays. And learning how to tell the difference is what separates people who last from people who burn out. Here's why most people say yes too fast. When you're early in this industry, it feels like opportunities are rare. You don't want to miss out. You don't want to be replaced. You don't want to seem difficult. So you accept things quickly. But here's the truth. Opportunities in experiential marketing come in waves. There will be busy seasons. There will be quiet seasons. People who last understand this and plan for it. People who burn out react to it. Simple. If you treat every event like it might be your last, you'll never choose well. So the first mindset shift is this. You're allowed to pause. Pausing doesn't mean declining. Pausing means evaluating. And that pause is where better decisions happen. All right, question one, what is the real role here? The first thing you should ask yourself is not how much does it pay? It's what am I actually being asked to do? Sometimes a role sounds simple on paper, but the expectations tell a different story. Are you greeting guests? Are you leading conversations? Are you managing lines, logistics, or troubleshooting? Are you expected to upsell, meet a quota, educate, or just be present and friendly? If the role description is vague, that's a red flag. Clear roles lead to smoother days. Unclear roles lead to stress. If you don't fully understand what's expected, you can't accurately decide if it's worth it. Question two, how long is this day really? Next, look at the full time commitment, not just the event hours. Think about call time, setup time, breakdown, travel, parking, and your recovery time. A 4 hour event can easily turn into an 8 hour day. That doesn't mean it's bad, but it does mean you need to factor it in. When people feel underpaid, it's often because they underestimated the total time. Money makes sense when time makes sense. Question three, does this align with the type of work I want more of? This is a big question and it's often ignored. Ask yourself, if I do this event, will I want more events like this? Because every yes teaches agencies and brands what to offer you next. If you keep saying yes to low paying, chaotic, or misaligned events, that becomes your pattern. Patterns matter in this industry. If you want luxury, tech, automotive, or high level events, you have to be intentional about what you accept. Not everything builds forward, some things just keep you busy. Question four, who is the client and how do they treat talent? Pay attention to how communication feels. Are the details clear? Are questions answered directly? Is there respect for time and boundaries? How a client communicates before an event usually reflects how the day will go. People who respect talent early usually respect talent on site. People who are disorganized early often stay that way. You don't need perfection, you just need professionalism and respect. Question 5. What is the long-term value? Now, this is where people level up. Some events are worth it because of exposure to the right people, repeat booking potential, portfolio value, and experience in a higher category. Others are one and done, and neither of them are wrong or bad, but they should be intentional. Not every event needs long-term value, but not every event should be taken without it. You get to choose when you're building and when you're earning. There are some red flags to watch out for. These don't always mean decline, but they do mean pause. If the role description is vague, that's a red flag. If there are last-minute changes without explanation, that's a red flag. Low pay paired with high expectations, absolutely a red flag. Pressure to decide immediately, another red flag. Lack of respect for your availability is absolutely another red flag. These red flags are information. Ignoring them is optional. It's a choice. All right, let's talk about the green flags that signal a good event. Clear communication, check. Respect for time, check. Organized logistics, check. Fair pay for the role, check. A calm, professional tone, check. Those are all green flags. Events with green flags tend to feel smoother, even when they're busy. Energy matters. Don't ever forget that. Why saying no makes your yes more valuable. Here's something people don't realize. Saying no actually makes your yes stronger. When you only accept what fits, your presence becomes intentional. Agencies notice who chooses wisely. They trust people who don't panic book. Boundaries signal confidence. Confidence leads to better opportunities. Again, this is not about perfection. You're not waiting for the perfect event. It's about choosing with awareness. And some events will stretch you, some will simply pay the bills, and some will open doors. What matters is knowing which is which and choosing on purpose. Again, everything is a choice. Final thought, not every opportunity is actually an opportunity. And the people who last in experiential marketing aren't the ones who say yes to everything. They're the ones who say yes to what makes sense. If this helped you, subscribe for the next video. And if you want deeper structure around choosing better, there's links in the description. Move calmly, choose intentionally. That's how this works long term. There's always more.